Hi, this is Becky from Dystopica, and you're listening to the Brutally Delicious Podcast.
The Brutally Delicious Podcast. The Brutally Delicious Podcast. The Brutally Delicious Podcast. The Brutally Delicious Podcast.
70,000 tons of metal. The original, the world's biggest heavy metal cruise. 60 bands, 4 days, one cruise ship, only 3,000 tickets. From Miami, Florida to Ocho Rios, Jamaica, January 30th to February 3rd, 2025. 5 days and 4 nights mingling side by side with your favorite artists in this incredible fan-friendly scenario that has no comparison. Go to 70,000tons.com and book your ticket now.
You doing all right?
Yep, I'm doing all right.
Where are you located at physically in the world?
Connecticut.
Oh, okay. I'm down in Richmond, Virginia.
Cool.
Are you still getting this heat wave up there or no?
Yeah, it's pretty hot here. It's like recently just in the 90s, and it's usually not like that here, so. It's pretty hot.
Yeah, that's what we get. So anyway, we could just jump right into Dystopica if you want.
Yeah.
And I guess let's start with, for those not familiar, can you give us like a 2-sentence elevator pitch?
Yeah, so basically, we're a metal band from Connecticut. We combined various subgenres of metal, including like classic heavy metal, thrash metal, but also progressive and modern metal. And yeah, we just dropped our first full-length album, Infinite Reflection, which we're very excited about. And yeah.
Well, fair enough. Infinite Reflection. I put it on while I listened to it the other day, but today I had it on while I was preparing for some other things, and unbelievable record. Really, really love Revenge. That totally gets me. But what I wanted to get at was, when you said you combine multiple genres, you ain't lying, because I got to, what's it called? I Am a Gemini, and that's like so symphonic power metal, like Epica sort of stuff. How did that all come about?
So that song is funny. I wanted a song where, because like I started with classical singing, and I was classically trained, and I always listened to metal, but like as a singer, I started classical, and I wanted to, and I still sing classical. So I wanted to do a song where I could showcase my operatic classical singing, but make it fun where it's like just that, and then just growling and screaming, and no like normal singing. So I wanted a song that was like half neoclassical, sort of that like symphonic metal stuff, and then just half like crazy. So I decided I'll make it about my zodiac sign, because I am a Gemini, born June 12th. And yeah, and I really love the way it came out. It's definitely a crazy song, different for us.
Different, but I think that sort of contrast has always, interested me and a lot of people. I mean, that kind of genre with the classical vocals, or the well-trained female vocals, is a really good contrast, and I think it's popular, especially over in Europe.
Yeah, and I love that stuff, and I wanted to incorporate more of my classical singing with this album, and I'm that song really is like the crazy one that's like half and half, but I do incorporate it in our other songs as well.
Nice. Do you play that song live?
Not yet. We would like to, but there's so much like our drummer Eric, he recently left. He could not do this anymore, which is that's fine. We're still on good terms, but we're like, there's like a lot of craziness that took place. So not because of that. We actually just played Capulet Fest this week, and I don't know if you heard about that. That's some craziness.
Yeah.
But with everything going on, we did we kind of kept it to our set list that we have of like Revenge, Awake, and we played the new stuff, but that song is kind of crazy, so I haven't had the chance to add it in yet, but in the future, I would like to do that live. I mean, vocally, it's definitely the hardest song that we have. So, like, you know, I'd have to let's make sure I warm up before.
Night after night, that could get hard.
Yeah, I'm afraid of the high stuff. But you know, we did do Debt in My Life live at a release party, and that goes pretty high. That goes to a C6. I know that this one is much crazier, but yeah, there is a part of me that wants to do it. I want to challenge myself, and I want to do it. I have sung through it like multiple times, and it's
right.
doable.
Maybe just sneak it in every once in a while.
Yeah. So
You mentioned Capulet Fest. I was going to ask you about it, but why was it crazy? That might be even more good story.
I can't even get into everything. Oh my gosh. Did you see about the articles on it?
Oh, no, I guess I'm going to have to go look.
You're gonna have to go look.
So you're
into
talking
it.
about the actual festival.
Yes, I'm talking about Capulet. Well,
It did well.
it basically fell through, and there's a venue change the day before, and it was madness for everyone involved, and including us. And yeah, it was definitely the craziest gig I've ever played. Like, there was no information. It was so bad. But you know what? We did it for our
Sorry to hear
friends and
that.
family. Thank you. We did it for those who came to the show and were able to be there. And I'm just happy that we were able to perform for them. And we did, we had a good time playing and stuff for them. And we met some new people. There was some good, in that. But the whole thing itself was just really unfortunate.
Sorry I had to go through that because I see a lot of festivals have these weird things happening, right? I mean,
Yeah.
there's a couple other ones that were, I don't even mention names, but a really big one here in, the Richmond area or the Virginia area, and it completely fell apart 2 years in a row. So yeah, that sucks, especially when you put all your time and effort into getting there and doing it.
Yep. I mean, thankfully for us, we're from Connecticut, but it was still, it was so crazy.
Right. So what's been the response to Infinite Reflection so far?
So far, it's actually been really good, and we so there's a lag. We incorporated some new elements on this, as we talked about, and I wasn't sure how our fans were going to react, but they seem to love it, so it shows me that we're going in the right direction.
Is there something you want your fans to walk away from or take away after listening to Infinite Reflection as a whole?
I mean, there's nothing in particular, but I just hope that they enjoy it, and it's definitely tells us the album basically is about evolving and through time, and sort of tells the story, and I hope as a whole that they can enjoy the album and take away something from it, and whether applying it to their own life or whatever.
Okay. When you're writing these songs, was there any thought to how they were going to come across on stage or in a live setting, or did you just write the song for the song's sake and worry about it later?
I just wrote it for the sake of the song, and I was like, I'll worry about it later. But yeah, there's some that are really fun to do live. So I feel like they have even more energy live, such as Revenge and Awaken. Those two are really fun from the album. So yeah, I really there's some songs, even on our previous stuff that it has a whole different energy live, and I love doing it live.
Right, but that wasn't thought out before you. I mean, hey, this.
No, I didn't purposely do anything to that with that in mind. But it's just the way it came. The song came together. It just happens to be really fun to do live.
Welcome to us talking about our podcast for a minute.
What's the name of that podcast?
That's Axe to Grind, and right now you're going to be getting a little taste of it, right down to the shaky microphone and all.
And my name's Bob.
And my name's Patrick, and usually we're joined by Tom.
Tom's the best. Tom has a real grown-up job that requires him to be at work, but we talk about decidedly not so grown-up things like
hardcore music and things that people that like hardcore music tend to like.
So that could be the latest shows, revisiting classic material, talking about the new classics, all the little dorm room nonsense that you imagine from niche music podcasts that you either love, want to love, or hate.
Yeah, imagine all the emotions that you have towards a genre that has impacted your life, and then condense them down to an hour to 2 hours a week.
So triangulate your speakers, think about jumping off the bed, singing along, dancing like an idiot, and listen to Axe to Grind podcast.
What are your plans to take this out on the road?
Right now we are just doing shows here and there, but we would like to do a tour. But right now, like we're thinking about it possibly in the fall or early next year doing something, but it's just that financially and there's just so much involved with touring, like doing an actual tour that we just have to work out some stuff and then, hopefully we can get something together. But in the meantime, we do have our shows, our weekend shows.
Okay, cool. And are you planning to continue the business model of releasing like a single every 6 weeks or something, or are you done now with singles? And
No. Well, what we will do, we don't usually do new singles every week or so, or I don't know. We usually just do a single from the album prior, and then this album we did 2 before it was released, and then we that was really it. And then we kind of did and the video for I'm a Gemini and stuff. But what we are going to do is we do have videos for the other songs that we'll be releasing. And we are going to work on new music as well. So.
Are you one of those bands that's always writing?
Yes.
Or do you sit down just for a new record?
We are always I'm the songwriter. I'm always writing. It's never stopping. I actually wrote. We actually recorded both Awaken and Animosity off this album prior to the release of Deception. So this album has been in the works for a while. Yes. So now.
What's it like when it's finally out there after you've been sitting on it that long?
It feels so good to just get it out there because we've had it for so long and we haven't released as a single or anything. We just had it sitting for almost 2 years. So it's nice to have it out there. It's it's nice to play it live and really, and just have it out there for people to listen to.
And then lastly, do you guys all write you said you're the main songwriter, but do you guys ever get in the room and start bouncing ideas off each other, or is it more just sending stuff back and forth?
It's more I'm the main, I write everything, but I basically I'll write it out in a score and then I send it to them, and then we record if there's anything weird, for example, I'm not a guitarist, but I write the guitar riff, so sometimes the tab, the fingering is not all the notes and stuff are there, but the way that a guitarist or that Rob would play it is not exactly as I wrote it. It's I wrote it awkward, so he'll change that for himself. And then he does all the solos and stuff, and then if there's anything our producer's amazing. We work with Nick Belmore, and he records all our stuff at his studio, Dexter's Lab. And if he has any anything he wants to add or any advice with the songs, we always take it. So yeah.
Nice. Perfect. That runs me up to the questions I had, but if fans want to find you guys, where do they get a hold of you?
You can find us on Instagram, Facebook. We have our link tree on our Instagram and Facebook bios, which has all our stuff. Our Spotify, Bandcamp's where we have all our merch. If you just search our name, Dystopica, Dystopia with a C in it, you'll find us. And yeah.
Are you pretty active social media wise? So if people get a hold of you, they get you?
Yeah. Yep.
So, well, did I miss anything you wanted to cover? That pretty much was my my list.
No, I don't think so. If you have anything you want to add, it's up to you. I think we have our new
Covered
album.
it.
Yeah.
Becky, thank you so much. I really do dig the record and totally love Revenge. That's my favorite one.
Thank you. I'm so happy to hear that. We love
And
that song.
I appreciate you taking the time, and good luck, and maybe we'll see you over here in Richmond sometime.
Yeah, thank you. Hopefully. Thank you for having me.
Be well.
Thank you. You too.
Cheers.
Bye.
Hello out there.
Hi, I'm Hal Schwartz.
And I'm Flynn McLean. We want to tell you about our podcast, None But the Brave, which is dedicated to taking a deep dive into the work of Bruce Springsteen.
We're currently in our 5th season. Our latest episodes focus heavily on Bruce's 2024 tour and have featured such guests as Anthony Castrovince from MLB Network and Barstool's Kirk Minahan.
We're also covering the 40th anniversary of Bruce's biggest record, Born in the USA. And as part of that, coming up this week, Uprock's cultural critic Stephen Hyden returns to the show for a fascinating hour-long conversation about his new book, There Was Nothing You Could Do, Bruce Springsteen's Born in the USA and the End of the Heartland.
To listen, you can go to our website, mbtbpodcast.com, or subscribe on your preferred podcasting platform.
We hope to see you further on up the road.
Thank you so much. We'll be seeing you.